17th, 2025 Board of Aldermen meeting at 7:02 p.m. Would everybody stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. I did want to mention for those of you that weren't here for the workshop that Mayor Whitteman is not here with us tonight. He had a funeral for a family member, so I'm going to try to take this over. Okay. Is there anyone here who would like to give an invocation?
Ruth.
Ruth, please. Okay.
Ma'am.
City Clerk, would you call the roll?
Mayor Whitteman, Alderman Detweiler,
Here.
Alderman Gittmeyer. Here. Alderman Johnson, Alderman Nay, Alderman Waters, Alderman Wilson.
Present.
Okay, does anyone have any questions on the consent agenda? I know we discussed part of this in the workshop, but no questions? You have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve consent agenda?
Second.
Okay. All right, we need a vote? Oh, can I get a roll call vote? Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. All right. Do we have anyone that wants to speak in public comment?
Mike Woldridge. Ridge.
Thank you. My name is Mike Woldridge and I live at 802 Benefit Street. And I'd like to address for a second the issue of the road project on Bates Road. I know that, as I was telling Mr. Nay, that, you know, when you're on the federal money train, it's hard to get off. But I think that this is a project that deserves some further consideration. I just don't think it's appropriate to remove that third lane for bike lanes. There's not that much bike traffic on there. I have a view of it all day. And I'm lucky if I see one or two bikes a day. The count in the application indicates 1,500 cars a day. I'm not sure that that's really correct. And if at the time this was done in 2010 and you had a third lane added, which I suspect was so that you could get grant money then, now they're saying, oh, you don't need it. And we have outside groups telling us what is good for us. And they don't even necessarily live here. I think that's a problem. I think some common sense has to prevail. So I would ask you to just maybe, I don't want to say table it, but do something to reconsider this because I just don't think it's appropriate. I think it's going to be more of a safety issue. And the idea that we need this trail or this bike trail so they can connect to town square. Nobody's going to go to town square on their bicycle and bring their groceries back. Just not going to happen. And I'm a bicyclist and I won't even, you know, ride it one way or the other. but it's just inconsistent. Town Square is a share of the road, and Matt graciously explained to me why that happened. Stone Road, the same thing. I think that, people are trying to put us behind an 8 ball for another agenda with this trail thing, and I think it's misguided. Thank you.
Cheryl Bratton.
My name is Cheryl Bratton. My husband and I live on Cruden Bay Court in Inverness subdivision. A health glitch may have affected my ability or interest in attending board meetings during the last few months, but my situation certainly hasn't affected my eyesight, and that's why I'm here tonight. I'm also smart enough to know that areas under development aren't aesthetically appealing necessarily. But I'm not smart enough to remember that I needed ink in my printer. And so you get to share the pictures that I took tonight. What I'm referencing is the construction on Prairie Encore next to where the veterinary practice is going to open. The construction started at least 6 or 7 months ago. Earth was moved and earth was left. And it is Cahokia Mounds 2.0. Every day the weeds get bigger, weedier, and more unsightly. And again, I understand areas under construction are works in progress. But my question is, why has the city allowed the developer to leave it like that for such a long time? The bottom left photo that in the one page you get to share is what Pinnacle Point residents like Vern and Pat Carter have to look at when they exit their subdivision onto 5C. That there are people who can see this monstrous thing from their kitchen windows, their yards, and their decks. Aren't there paid city employees in charge of code enforcement or city planning who should be addressing it with the developer or project manager? If the current developer is serious about selling that parcel of land, how could a buyer get any true sense of what the property even looks like in the state that it's currently in? If it doesn't get sold, approved, and developed within a certain time frame, why can't the city require the developer to return that space to the only thing that really makes sense? And that's more parking spaces for the apartment dwellers. Land under construction or not, this developer stood in front of a packed house at ICD and claimed he cared deeply about Darden Prairie. It's time for someone to remind him the residents deserve more respect than what they're currently getting. On another note, residents have been invited to a special meeting next week so they can share opinions on how the 10-acre tract of land near Town Square should be developed. Please be the board who listens. Thank the residents who share their ideas, and don't blow another $100,000 without a decision. Thank you.
That was the last speaker.
Okay, may I have a motion and a second to open the public hearings? Motion to open the public hearings? Okay, by Laura, and then seconded by Ryan. Okay, is there anyone here to speak on the Stillwater Grove public hearing? Okay. Should I postpone that one and then do the other?
If it's the desire of the board, they can continue that hearing to the next meeting.
Okay, does the board want to continue this hearing to the next meeting? Okay. Close that hearing and continue it on October 15th.
Don't we have to vote on that? We should
Okay.
vote on that.
Do we have a vote?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Okay, there's a public hearing for the ad valorem tax levy. There anyone who wishes to speak on that? No? Okay. Can I have a motion to close that? Blake offered to close it and Laura seconded. Okay. And then have a vote? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Good. All right, new business. May I have a motion to read Bill 25-41 for the first time by title only?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. City Attorney, would you read Bill 25-41?
Yes, Madam President. Bill number 25-41, an ordinance of the city of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, establishing the ad valorem taxes for all real and tangible personal property within the city of Dayton Prairie for the period of January 1, 2025 to December 31, 2025.
Okay. May I have a motion to read Bill 25-41 for the second time
Be-
and final time by title only?
Before we go farther with that, I believe, maybe you could read and explain the taxes to the residents that we're voting on here now?
Okay.
Get to it.
So this tax levy shall be levied and collected in the manner prescribed by law. The following taxes on real estate and personal property for the year 2025 of $0.0821 per $100 of assessed valuation, broken down as follows: real estate, residential. To just make sure I got the number right, $412,643,300. Real estate commercial, $29,112,925. Real estate agricultural, $73,254. Personal property, $62,873,251. There's also railroads and utilities, state assessed real, $4,116,546. State assessed personal, $483,658. Local assessed real, 0. Local assessed personal, $214,797. Construction in progress, $298,079 for a total of $509,815,810. Just a note that the 0.0821 tax rate is the same levy as last year, and I believe has been consistent for the city of Dayton Prairie for many years.
That's what I was gonna say, last year, we reduced it. Didn't we reduce it last year?
It kind of goes down just
Yes, a little bit.
very little every year. So
Every
last year
year
was
it's-
0.0848. This year it's 0.0821.
Right, every year I've been on the board, it has gone down a little bit. Which is exciting to me.
Okay. Anything else, Mark?
No, thank you.
All right.
I'd like to make a motion to read it for a second time.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. City Attorney?
Bill number 25-41, an ordinance of the city of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, establishing the ad valorem taxes for all real and tangible personal property within the city of Dayton Prairie for the period of January 1, 2025 to December 31, 2025.
May I have a motion to put Bill 25-41 to a final vote?
Move for a roll call vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, Kim?
Alderman Waters, Alderman Gettemeyer, Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Nay, Alderman Detweiler,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson. Ordinance 2377.
Okay. I now declare Bill 25-41 passed and adopted as ordinance 2377. May I have a motion to read Bill 25-42 for the first time by title only? All,
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, City Attorney?
Bill number 25-42, an ordinance of the city of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to execute a surface transportation block grant, parens STBG, close parens, program agreement with the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for the Bates Road Phase 1 project, STBG-5407, parens 622, close parens.
Okay. So do we need to? No, we're not gonna, we're just doing one reading. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to comment on it though. I think we ought to possibly do a study on the traffic, since that study that was done such a long time ago, to see if it's where we are with that. Where are we with time restraints on getting things filed for the grants?
This project, the timeline is to be in design by January.
Okay, so we have time.
We have time, but
Okay.
usually the study would be included with the design of that project. So once we award it to a designer, we could then do a traffic study unless we wanted to pull it out and do it separately. But if we were to do it with the grant money, then we split the cost. County. Well, if we did the traffic study ourselves, it'd be 100% on us.
Okay, so, I mean, if we are awarded it and then we did the study and the study came, we could say, hey, look, it needs to stay there.
Right.
Would we still get the grant to do the job? I mean, resurface the road.
No. If it would be if the project scope changes and the bike trails come out, we would lose funding. So
Even though they would still do the study.
they could still do the study. Yes. Yes.
I definitely think a study needs to be done on it.
Yeah.
To determine that. I mean, I don't know what the rest of the board is looking at. But I think, that would be something we need to add in there, moving forward, that we need a study done.
Okay.
I mean, I think there's difference of opinions from different people here, including myself, which travel the road all the time, so.
Yeah, I could weigh in here. Stale information is not a great idea to base this a real important decision on. And I really feel like, again, I mean, Stump Road, we were forced to have the turn lane. And now all they've done for bike lanes is they've painted bike lanes where you're supposed to drive. So I don't understand why there's all these differences. And I think scoring can be important, but I also think it's important to look at the best use and what's real important to residents. And I realize there's a financial aspect to that too, but I really would like to get more current information.
So to be clear, are we looking for an entire traffic study or just traffic counts? For the amount of vehicles using each lane?
Well, if we did traffic counts, wouldn't that give us some idea of a
Correct.
volume?
And we could do that through the county, like this next week. They could put out counters for us. Other than an entire traffic.
They
think
put the little box out and put.
Yeah, with the line across the road.
Yeah.
So I can do that.
Great.
Staff needs direction and approval from the board.
Okay. All right.
I'd like to
So-
make a motion to do a traffic study
Counters, yeah.
counters on Bates Road.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, the city administrator is requesting consideration that Bill 2543 be read 2 times and adopted at this evening's meeting. So, City Attorney, would you read Bill 2543 for the first time? Okay, can we get a motion for a first reading? All in favor? All opposed? Okay,
Bill number 25-43, an ordinance of the city of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to negotiate and execute a sales agreement for the purchase of certain web services provided by Revise Software Systems LLC.
any questions or debate?
Yeah, I'd like to explain that since we do have an IT person here now, in-house, we had looked at this at a cost of rebuilding, complete, new site and everything. And yet she's able to do it a lot cheaper, by doing it herself, and continuing with the contract with our, what was it, server people now, correct?
With our current website vendor, which is
Website vendor, yeah.
Revise.
Which is more cost effective. And this is going to give us a lot better website, easier to use and quicker, I believe, in doing it in this route.
Okay.
Make a motion, to read Bill 20.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
Just real quick, I think it would be a little bit cheaper as well too, correct?
Yes.
Just make sure if the community does know that. Yes.
All right, can I have a motion to read Bill 2543 for a second time?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, City Attorney?
Bill number 25-43, an ordinance of the city of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to negotiate and execute a sales agreement for the purchase of certain web services provided by Revise Software Systems LLC.
May I have a motion to approve?
Move for roll call vote.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Kim?
Alderman Nay.
Aye.
Alderman Johnson.
Aye.
Alderman Detweiler.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson.
Aye.
Alderman Waters. Alderman Gettemeyer.
Aye.
Ordinance 2378.
I now declare Bill 2543 passed and adopted as ordinance 2378. May I have a motion to read Bill 2544 for the first time by title only? All in favor?
Let's so move.
Okay. Well, he's
Second.
usually jumping right on it, so now he's not gonna
Second.
say anything. He's on his phone.
We did it.
Okay. Ryan and Laura.
Yes.
Okay.
Not saying anything.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. City Attorney?
Bill number 25-44, an ordinance of the city of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, amending section 115.020 and and Article 3 of Chapter 115 of the Municipal Code of the City of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, by deleting them in their entirety, enacting in lieu thereof a new section 115.020 and Article 3 of Chapter 115, and providing for the designation of the city treasurer.
This one we're not doing too, are we? Okay. May I have a motion to move this to the next meeting?
Doesn't it automatically?
Yes. Okay, all right.
Can I ask a question? Ren and I were kind of wondering, the nature of this. Because it's like in lieu of changing whatever, I mean, just plain speaking.
Sure. So this was a discussion we had at the last board meeting about separating the city clerk
Okay,
position from
okay,
the
okay.
treasurer position.
Thank you, Kathy.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. May I have a motion to read Bill 2545 for the first time by title only?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The attorney?
Bill number 25-45, an ordinance of the City of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, amending various provisions in Title 3, Traffic Code, close parens, of the municipal code relating to enforcement of certain devices or vehicles.
Do we have any other discussion on this? Or-
My only discussion, should we do read this twice or just once?
No, I feel we should read it at the next meeting because this is something that is a change in our codes and it gives the residents opportunity to come and voice their opinion if they don't agree with it.
And it's administrative.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't think we had any plans to just read it once tonight, but anyway. Okay. Any old business? Okay, can I have a motion to read Bill 2540 for the second time and final time by title only? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All opposed? Okay, city attorney?
Bill number 25-40, an ordinance of the City of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to execute a professional services agreement by and between the city and Stryler Planning LLC for professional planning services.
We have a motion to put Bill 2540 to a final vote.
Move for a roll call vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, Kim?
Alderman Wilson, Alderman Detweiler,
Aye.
Alderman Waters, Alderman Gittmeyer, Alderman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Nay.
Aye.
Ordinance 2379.
Okay. Now declare Bill 2540 passed and adopted as ordinance 2379. Okay, move on to officer and staff communications, city attorney,
I have nothing.
Matt, city engineer,
I have nothing.
Kathy.
Just want to encourage everyone to join us for Prairie Days on the 27th, and also to attend our public meeting on the 23rd to offer public comment on this 10 acres of city-owned property.
Alderman?
Yeah, I have a comment because I mentioned the poor looking landscape job at Prairie Encore. And I would have thought that something would have been done with it. But now we're back to another meeting and it still looks bad, which I imagine isn't great for them trying to sell that. So I'm just hoping that something gets done.
And I don't know, I guess you would be handling this or Kathy would be, because, I mean, you got two different property owners because somebody owns the property, the animal hospital, and then the other group owns the empty lot where all the dirt is. you know, because the gas station is owned by somebody else too. So, I mean, I don't know. I agree with Cheryl. I'm surprised that the one group is letting the other group pile all the dirt on there, or if there's plans to do something with it or something there.
So I would just comment that my understanding of the concern with Prairie Encore is my fault that the animal hospital was with weeds and tall grass, which I did ask our building inspector and code enforcement officer to enforce. I wasn't aware of the big mound of dirt. So between our city engineer, if it's site improvement related, a site issue, and our code enforcement officer, we will get this addressed. I apologize for that.
Oh, no.
Anything else, Brian?
Just to everybody, I wanted to say, thank you to the residents for letting us allow us to go to these conferences. It's really good for us to learn more and how we can serve you and learn more how we can help you in ways that you're not even thinking about. So we appreciate that. Also, I want to thank you for allowing me to get my certification from a municipal officer. That's just making sure that I am learning all the things that an alderman or city official needs to learn to prepare the city, and also our cohorts, to make sure we're on the same page, to make sure we're doing better for our city than before. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I'd just like to speak on the conference we attended for the residents who weren't here earlier. It was a very good conference. We learned a lot. One of the big things that that was brought up and brought to attention is that not to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of cities that have already stumbled, fell, succeeded, to network with other cities to find out what does work and what doesn't work. The other big part and highlight to part of the conference was we won an award for our Easter egg hunt here. And Nicole was able to attend, and I'm very proud of receiving that award. So thank you.
All right, I guess I'll wear my dual hat tonight. I just wanted to thank the city attorney for jumping and getting this, play vehicle and bicycle ordinance, revised, and, something that we can use, with our citizens regarding the bikes and motor scooters and go-karts and all the little vehicles that are running around on our streets. I appreciate that. And I know my residents and other residents in the city appreciate it also. Thank you. And then also, since Mayor Whitteman is not here tonight, I want to thank all of you for coming. It's nice to see some faces we haven't seen for a while. We were wondering where you were. But we're always glad to have you and appreciate the time you take to come to these meetings. And thank you to our officer in the back of the room for being here tonight. We appreciate you and all what you guys do. So anyway, I guess I need to get a motion for an adjournment. Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
I voted on it.